Tired of superhero movies where the heroes are, heroes? Craving a dose of brutal, ultra-violent, and strangely hilarious dystopian action? Then strap in, buttercups, because Corrective Measures is about to inject some serious dystopian weirdness into your veins. Starring Sean Astin as Julian Kane, a man who, despite looking like he just stepped off the set of The Goonies, is actually a ruthless, power-hungry warden running a superpowered prison. Yes, you heard that right. A prison. For superheroes. Because apparently, even people with the ability to fly and shoot lasers can still be jerks. Corrective Measures promises a gritty, hard-hitting look at the criminal justice system. In a world where people can literally melt faces with their eyeballs. And let me tell you, it delivers on that promise. In the most hilariously absurd way possible. First, we've got the prison itself, which looks like a cross between a high-security maximum security prison and a really bad 90s rave. Complete with glowing neon lights, inexplicable strobe effects, and a soundtrack that sounds like it was ripped straight from a forgotten Mortal Kombat arcade machine. Then there's the inmates. A motley crew of supervillains, each more ridiculous than the last. We've got a guy who can control insects. Seriously, who thought that was a terrifying superpower? A woman who can turn invisible, but apparently can't figure out how to use that to, escape. And a dude who can shoot fire from his hands, but somehow still manages to get himself into a fistfight. And let's not forget the warden, Julian Kane. A man who, despite being a ruthless dictator, still somehow manages to look perpetually bewildered by the entire situation. He's like a puppy who accidentally stumbled into a cage fight, constantly barking orders and threatening punishments, but ultimately just seems incredibly confused by the whole thing. The action sequences? Oh boy, the action sequences. They're a chaotic, over-the-top spectacle of CGI carnage, where limbs fly, explosions erupt, and superpowers are used in the most baffling and illogical ways possible. It's like someone fed a blender a bunch of old 90s action movies and then hit puree. But hey, at least the movie doesn't take itself too seriously. Corrective Measures is a glorious train wreck of a film, a campy, over-the-top B-movie that embraces its own absurdity. It's a movie that knows it's ridiculous, and it leans into that ridiculousness with gleeful abandon. So, if you're looking for a superhero movie that's more interested in exploding heads and one-liners than complex character arcs and meaningful social commentary, then Corrective Measures might just be the cinematic antidote you've been craving. Just don't expect to win any Oscars for this one, or even understand half of what's going on. Corrective Measures, where superheroes go to jail, and logic goes to die. Now available wherever you can stream movies that probably shouldn't exist.